What is up, guys? It's Tom here and welcome to episode 1 of a potential new series on my channel called the Fantasy Premier League Football. I love this game. I have been playing this game for many years, and first of all, before we get into the video, I created two leagues, a classic league and a head-to-head league. Here is the code, and I will put the code in the video's description to join my classic league. It's free to enter, and I will probably, for the winners, I will probably do a giveaway of giving away like £15 gift cards on PlayStation Network or Xbox or Origin or Steam accounts, whatever the league winner wants. So here is the code for the classic league, which is called Tom FIFA Heaven YouTube 16-17 season, and here is the head-to-head leagues code, and you can find the codes in the video's description. So feel free to join my leagues and let's see how good you are on fantasy football. I love this game. I've been playing this game for like, this will be my 7th or 8th season in a row. So here is the head-to-head league. It's called Tom FIFA Heaven YouTube head-to-head 2016, and I will put the codes in the video's description. And boom, here is my team. Of course, this is a subject to change. I thought a lot about what team to do for this upcoming season, and I wanted to show you my record so far. So yeah, actually I started playing this Fantasy Premier League football game in the 2008-2009 season, so I've been playing it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons. So, oh my goodness, I didn't even know that. So this will be my 9th season in a row. My best finish was, and usually like 2-3 million people play this game, and I always finished in the top 1 million. Actually, my lowest finish was close to 800,000. Last season I finished in in the upper third of the Fantasy Premier Leagues. But actually there was one year, like 2 seasons ago, where I actually finished in the first 100,000 players, and I think that's a pretty good achievement. So this will be my team. It's still subject to change. I've thought long and hard about, for example, putting Aguero in or Ibrahimovic in. In the end, I went with Diego Costa, Harry Kane and Borini. I always love to play 3 strikers up front. This is of course a very attacking team. And I put Borini in because he actually scored like 4 goals in preseason already. So, and he only cost like 5.5 million. So yeah, let me show you the worth of the players. So here they are. So as you can see, Harry Kane costs 11 million. How this game works is you get 100 million pounds, and you should pick out the players from the start who you think that will get the most points throughout the season, and you can transfer, I think, 1 or maybe 2 players each week. And if you are interested, I might do a series on this game every week, just reviewing my Fantasy Premier League week and the actual week in the Premier League, talking about all the games, all the talking points, and also showing you how many points I got, what kind of transfers I make, and maybe we can talk about Premier League football in the comments below. So yeah, I went with Diego Costa, Harry Kane and Borini. At first I put in Jamie Vardy, I also put in Daniel Sturridge, but it looks like Sturridge picked up a hip injury, so he's doubtful. And of course, with injuries and suspensions, you always have to keep a lookout and change your teams. And yeah, actually I went with Costa and Hazard because they are showing good form for Chelsea in pre-season. Today Diego Costa scored for Chelsea against Werder Bremen, Eden Hazard scored, and I think they each picked up an assist as well. Dimitri Payet and Kevin De Bruyne were actually brilliant last season in the Premier League. Dimitri Payet actually finished as the 5th highest scorer in the Fantasy Premier League. And you could put in Andre Ayew as well, but I don't think he will have as good a season. And of course, Mahrez, will he be still at Leicester City? Will he have as good a season? You know, sometimes when there is a Player of the Season award, the next season that player sometimes drops off. That happened with Eden Hazard, but I think Eden Hazard will be back to to his best. Of course, Diego Costa could still be sold. I was thinking about also putting in Romelu Lukaku, but with his future uncertain and with Everton being goal shy in pre-season, I thought let's stay away with Lukaku and let's put in Costa and Harry Kane, because Chelsea actually have some good fixtures at the start. In the midfield, I usually put in players who are scoring or assisting, who are taking free kicks, taking penalties. And also Eric Dier is a budget player for £5.5 million. He's the player who scores the most points in the Fantasy Premier League, and Fletcher is also a budget player. So yeah, and in the defense, I always pick fullbacks, because not only can they keep clean sheets, which is worth a lot of points, they can also pick up a lot of assists, a lot of goals. And I think Manchester United and Chelsea will focus a lot on defense. Both Mourinho and Conte are managers who like their teams to be rock solid, and also Tottenham actually kept one of the most clean sheets last season, so that's why I put in Walker as well. If you take a look at the defenders, yeah, Kyle Walker was actually, and Azpilicueta was also actually pretty high scoring defenders. And yeah, I could have picked Smalling, but Luke Shaw is, you know, cheaper. And I think Leicester will concede a lot more goals than last season, and I think they will drop off. I picked Schmeichel because for 5 million, I think he could pick the most clean sheets. And actually, if you go to the goalkeepers, and this is what I love about this game, that you can actually list a top price and top ceiling for the price, and you can see the players, how many points they scored last season. So Gomez actually scored more points for Watford, but I don't really like to pick a lot of the, you know, smaller clubs defenders. But that might be, I might change if I see a team who I think will have a lot of points. I like all my, you know, starting 11 players to be able to score points. If you pick Aguero, then you have to, you know, sacrifice. For example, you couldn't pick both De Bruyne, Payet and Eden Hazard. I was thinking about picking Liverpool players, but I'm a little bit superstitious. I always jinx players. I mean, when I picked the Sturridge, like a week later, he picked up an injury, and originally I had Firmino and Sturridge in the team, but I decided to remove them because I just don't want them to pick up injuries, and also because Liverpool actually have, I think, the hardest start in the Premier League that they ever had. And also you should keep an eye on the fixtures. If there is a team like last season, it was Aston Villa, who are, you know, the weakest in the division, you could always put like one player from the opposition team that plays that team. For example, Leicester City will play Hull City, and I think Hull City might be the weakest team in the Premier League next season. You could always pick one player who you think has the highest chance to score against that team. And I actually didn't do that. I actually didn't pick either Vardy or you know, Mahrez, because I think the other players, you know, I picked a team that I think will last, and I could make maybe 1 or 2 transfers. I want to use my wild card in January when there are new transfers. Up until then, I only want to make 1 or 2 transfers each week. So I think this starting 11 could last unless one of the players get a long injury. So anyway, this is my team. Let me know which is your team in the comments below, and join my leagues. I will put the codes in the video description, and thanks for watching. Stay awesome. See you later, guys. Bye.
You're on me. We'll be gone when the sun. You're on big,